Chelsea Football Club, this is an emergency meeting. Manchester City 3, Chelsea 1. Enzo Maresca comes out with stupid comments. Chelsea get humiliated. Robert Sanchez does his best impression of being a useless goalkeeper because that's exactly what he is. And yet, there's turmoil, there's breakdown. Everyone is panicking and we need to have this emergency meeting. Within this game, what I'm going to talk to you about is the good from the game, the bad from the game, the downright ugly, and the harsh reality that comments like Reece James's and Enzo Maresca's make things 50 times worse rather than giving us the real perspective of where we are. So before we get started, hit that like button. 1,000 likes go a long way. Subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to support the channel. We're like 150 away for 39,000. And share this content with fellow Chelsea fans. Rivals do not want you to hear this because they want meltdown. They want everything burning. But once we get to the root of the problem, we can start to fix the issues. Let's get started. Let's get it cracked. From the jump, I'm going to tell you I refused to do the review of the match straight after the game yesterday. I had dinner plans, but I timed it so well that I could have released the video straight away and then went to the dinner plans. I said no, I'm not going to do it. I was too angry. It wasn't going to be objective. It wasn't going to be realistic. It wasn't going to be an in-detailed, actual diagnosis of what is going on. It would have been me angry, pointing fingers at players, not actually giving you real reasons in the moment action. However, I've taken a step back, I thought about everything, and I'm here now, and I'm here to talk. Before the game started, we heard an interview from Enzo Maresca that I think is unacceptable. Chelsea Football Club for the last 20 years has been an institution where standards have been set high. Roman Abramovich had certain standards. We didn't always meet those standards. I want to make that specifically clear. The standard was always, we're going to try to be the very best that we can be. If we aren't winning trophies, we aren't succeeding. If we aren't winning big trophies, we aren't a real entity or a powerhouse. 2-time Champions League winners, 5 Premier Leagues, multiple FA Cups, multiple League Cups, Europa Leagues. Whatever you think, Roman had set us up perfectly. However, now we get Enzo Maresca in a Sky interview that wasn't scheduled like a press conference normally is. It's an interview whereas he's sitting down because he most probably was asked to do it, right? The club would have asked him to do this. And he has the audacity to publicly say this. And for me, this is a spit in the face of the fans. It really is. This year is not about top 4. We are ahead of expectations. Next season, Chelsea should be going for top 4 and the season after that for a league title. What league title are you going to be going for, big man? You will be sacked by then. With commentary like that, with mentality like that, they will sack you. They will absolutely blame you for the underachievement that we will have if we are not in the top 4 this year. Chelsea, under no circumstances, can miss the top 4 this year. It's inexcusable. We should be better than Bournemouth. We should be better than Newcastle. We should be better than Nottingham Forest. I will only accept 3 teams to finish above us, and it hurts me to say this. Liverpool, Manchester City, and those bums from North London, Arsenal. Anyone else finishes above us this year, I am doing a deep dive inquiry on why it happened. There is no excuse. Bournemouth have got injuries. Newcastle have had injuries. We are going through a rut now. We've won 1 in 7. Now, we need to wake up, smack our heads, and manager needs to make decisions. The directors need to make decisions. The 3rd of February is our next game. We have got West Ham on that day. Make sure Sanchez ain't starting and make sure the transfer window's been addressed accordingly. Now let's break this game down. Now let's get into the detail. I've only got one good thing to say about yesterday's game, right? One good thing, then we'll go into the ugly and then we'll go into the bad. Because I think it flows properly. It takes me through the emotion of yesterday's game where Manchester City were 3-1 winners against Chelsea Football Club. The good, we started like a house on fire. We started with intensity, purpose, pleasure, lack of pressure, absolutely how we were meant. Kusanov is a 20-year-old centre-back. Jackson told him, welcome to the Premier League, son. Bullied him, got the ball, gave it to Noni, 1-0. We got him booked. Cole Palmer goes through one-on-one, crosses the ball across the box. Jackson, Palmer, you blame, we'll talk about that later. 15 minutes we played. From 15 minutes onwards, they stopped playing. And that's the positives. Genuinely, that's the only positives I have. For 15 minutes, we looked like a proper institution, a proper team. We looked like we were going to steamroll them. After that, Manchester City took over, and now we need to get into the ugly and then the bad. Let's talk about the ugly. The game changed when Nicholas Jackson didn't bury his chance. And I defend Nicholas Jackson. I said at the start of the season, we need to know what we have with Nicholas Jackson. Nicholas Jackson is a player that didn't have an academy development. So Nicholas Jackson has played for Villarreal. Prior to that, he's had, I think, 1 or 2 years of development football. Other than that, that's it. He's like 4 years into his footballing career, right? His footballing education. Nicholas Jackson last year did very well. 14 league goals, right? No penalties, very good. You can't replace him by bringing someone like a Victor Osimhen, Gyökeres, because essentially you're telling him you're not getting any more development. You're not. So this year was a calculated risk. What they did was they depended on him and Nkunku. They said Nkunku's going to cover you. The worrying thing is Nkunku's not interested in playing number 9. Nicholas Jackson, you go through what Palmer's going through one-on-one. The ball gets squared to him. Palmer overhits that ball. I don't care what anyone says. That ball had a lot more pace than it needed to on it. But Palmer wanted to make sure that it was not going to get prevented from getting to Jackson. Jackson, any instinctive striker, slides in, side foot, beautiful goal, right? Because he wasn't wide. He was in line with the goal. Jackson's not confident with his left foot. He refuses to use it. Unless he has to, he will not. Unless he's confident, he will not. He takes a touch, he rotates on it, gives it to Sancho. By that time, there is no angle. There's a goalkeeper, 2 defenders on the line. We missed that. It messes it up. Straight away there, I said, yeah, I don't care what anyone said. We need a new striker. We need somebody. We need somebody to come in to be better than Jackson. I don't care about his development anymore. I don't care. Genuinely, you can't quote me on, you can quote me on this. I don't care. Get me a Gyökeres, get me an Isak, get me someone better than him. Even if you go and get a Delap, I'm worried for next year because now I'm counting on another development striker and Jackson to develop again. I can't tolerate finishing like Manchester City, Garvidal. Noni Madueke. Your job is not just to score 1 goal and stop playing. All game, Barbidol on the left-hand side is running up and down, up and down. Noni is tracking him. However, the difference between good players and great players that win league titles is the difference between being switched on all the time. Noni Madueke is not switched on all the time. Noni Madueke plays football like it's youth team football. Doesn't care, doesn't follow runners. Who cares? I care. You should care. Enzo Maresca cares. The directors care. Todd Bowley and co care. Ownership cares. Fans care. You should care. I don't understand how you don't care. Because the evidence is there. This wasn't on one occasion. The first occasion was, corner comes in. I remember this perfectly. Garvidal has time in the box to bring the ball down. Noni's watching him. Then Noni gets ripped inside and out. Garvidal wastes a chance. Then Garvidal runs down the wing. Noni doesn't track him. Reece James has to sprint all the way across because Marmoush has come in. Reece James gets sucked in. Cut back across. Marmoush scores offside. Warning number 2. Both times on Noni. Not doing your job. You have a man. What happens with the goal? The goal goes over the top because we're playing a ridiculously high line. I don't know what was going on there. High line goes up. We'll talk about that too. We will be there. Trust me, we will be there. The ball comes in. Cucurella is there. He's dealing with it. All of a sudden, Sanchez is hesitant to come and swipe everyone out. You're the goalkeeper. It's a 50-50. Brother, if you need to snap legs, come in, take the ball, fly through them like a bowling ball, and they're the pins. Make sure the ball's yours. Nope, Cucurella and him, the ball hits him, goes out wide. Garvidal's there for the tap-in. Noni Madueke's not even in the picture. Didn't track his runner. Broski, you played them onside. You didn't track your runner. What the hell is the purpose of you playing football? You don't offer nothing on the final third. Don't tell me he scored a goal. Do not tell me he scored a goal. It is pathetic that people think scoring a goal makes him exempt from any criticism. Okay, that's the first one. 2-0. 2-1, sorry. What happened? Second half happens. You know what? The game is petering out to a draw. I would have taken a draw. In my preview, I said, my head is telling me Man City will win this game. My heart is telling me Chelsea will win this game. We will step up. They will not let me down. Logic would prevail. Say, you know what? Maybe it's a draw. 1-1, 60 minutes. We're doing really well. The game bore draw, right? They had one chance with Mamouche. where it was in transition. Other than that, they ain't do nothing. We ain't do nothing. Both teams were like, Pep was like, hey, Baldy, Enzo, call it a draw? Sano piano? Yes. Happy days. Both of them were ready to call a draw. What happened? The ball goes over the top because they're playing this ridiculously high line. Erling Haaland goes, hold on, are we in the Bundesliga? Are we in the Bundesliga? His eyes lit up. I haven't seen that kind of glow of Haaland in a minute. He's like, hold on, I got 40 yards of space against Trevor Chalobah and Levi Jeans. What, you think this is acceptable? I am eating today. This is a buffet Michelin star meal. I am eating today. Number one, runs in behind, bumps Colwell off, cuts in, takes a shot, Sanchez parries it into the danger area, we get away with it. Warning number one. Second time, ball over the top, Trevor Chalobah's chasing him, he's taking him wide. I'm like, what's Robert doing? I said, Robert, Bob, Sanchez, what are you doing? Sanchez runs out, realizes, oh no, I'm in no man's land, runs back, stops, and then Haaland has time to cut in, look up, decide what he's going to do, and just chip him. Robert Sanchez cost us this game. I don't care what anybody says. We were going to a 1-1 draw. 2-1, game's completely different. We have to open up. We have to come at Manchester City. We're attacking them. And then the worst part happens. And this worst part defines us. Erling Haaland puts his back into what's it called, Levi Colwell. Colwell was getting bullied. It reminded me of, if you man know, yeah, Antonio against Andreas Christensen in COVID. It was a lockdown game. Antonio bullied him, like absolutely manhandled. Haaland did that to Levi. He flicks it across to Foden. Foden's through one-on-one, slots it in. But none of this happens if we don't play that ridiculously stupid high line and invite Man City to go long into Haaland. And the expectation is that Colwell will deal with Haaland by himself. Brother, Gabriel and Saliba double team Haaland. I'm sorry, I like Levi Colwell, but he ain't Gabriel or Saliba. He ain't Konate or Van Dijk. And it takes two of them to handle Haaland. Yet I need to believe that Levi Colwell can handle Erling Brute Haaland by himself. The Viking himself. And then, as if it's easy enough to handle Haaland, my goalkeeper needs to leave an empty net. We are absolutely pathetic institution. We need to be ashamed of ourselves for the decision making. Now into the bad. Why did we stop pressing? What happened, right, between 15 and 45, when Manchester City grew into the game, Manchester City controlled the game, the urgency, the pace. What, you thought because you went 1-0 up and you had another chance, you man thought you won at the Etihad. Respect their chain. Respect Pep Guardiola. You see that bald head of his? He deserves every bit of respect he has earned in his career. He is the greatest manager ever. His teams are bosses. They win stuff. They have earned the respect. You played against them like they are bums. On what planet do you not press them? On what planets do you not hassle and harry them? You saw the blueprint of what PSG did to them. And I'm sorry, Bakola, Due, and whoever they have at number 9, I think it was Asensio, whoever played, Lee played at number 9. On what planet, yeah, can Jackson, Sancho, Palmer and Noni not press like them? I'm not saying be as talented as them. Maybe, Bakola and Due are more talented than Sancho and Noni. Okay. You want to say that? We can agree. Effort. Effort is for free. You need to be able to use that effort. Game management. What is this new thing that we do when we take corners? Levi holds it. Gets his yellow card, plays the ball across to Sanchez. Sanchez boots it long, dispossessed. Dispossessed, transition. We're just causing pressure. Just go long. If you can't play out the back, go long. I don't understand. Nkunku came on. And this one really irritated me because what I'm going to tell you is Sancho, invisible. Listen, I could defend Sancho the way Sancho was playing yesterday. I could play a right back. I would have an AirPod in, I'd have a hoodie on, I'd have a nice podcast of the Kavkas View and chill, them ones, making sure that you man hit the like button. I'd be chilling. Because what Sancho is going to do, he's going to beat me, he's going to come back. He's going to beat me, he's going to come back. He's going to beat me, he's going to come back. He ain't doing nothing though. Noni beats his man, poor delivery. Noni beats his man, rubbish delivery. over and over again. Cole Palmer, spamming shots. Listen, you man have such high standards, yeah, for Joao Felix. Where is this standards for Noni, Neto, Sancho, Cole Palmer? Where are these standards? They're not being held. Jackson, at least Jackson presses, bruv. And you know, Nkunku came on. I swear to God, I burnt more calories. I burnt calories more than Nkunku. My heart rate, I was moving up and down in this area. I was angry. I was not watching this game normally. He didn't break a sweat. He didn't even jog. He was walking around. Big man, you had half an hour. You had half an hour to prove to us that you deserve to start in front of Nicholas. Half an hour. What I keep hearing is, he ain't had minutes, Alex. And I've even, I've even started saying this. Yo, do we even know if he's good enough? Because what I saw was, he didn't even play 9. He played 8. He played 9, false 9. He played in the 10 role. And he still wasn't running. He wasn't running. He wasn't getting on the ball. He wasn't doing anything. He looked useless. 70 million pounds, my backside, that people think we're going to be able to sell him for. You know, overall, it was a pathetic performance. Manchester City were not good. They beat us because we're crap. They beat us because we half-heartedly pressed. We went up the pitch and they just said, hey, remember what we did to Arsenal? When they came to the Etihad and Haaland took his hairband off, where like Rapunzel and Goldilocks, and waving his hair and running away and scoring against Ramsdale. We're just going to do that to them. Go straight at them, go long. They went long and they absolutely OTT'd us. They over the top destroyed us. As if it's not like it's over, so now I'm going to have to wrap the video. No, there's more. After the game, I hear stupidity of the highest order. What needs to happen after games like this? I need to hear people are unhappy. Ruben Amorim is breaking TVs at Old Trafford, right? His knuckles are bleeding. He's angry. He wants to demand more. There is different ways of showing frustration. I ain't saying go damage stuff. Reece James comes out. Reece James says, we're a young team. We've been together for a year. They've been together for 7. Brother, what a stupid thing to say. What is the purpose of that comment? What is going to change in the next 7 years if you guys make stupid decisions during game management? You have a goalkeeper that plays against you. You need to score 3 goals every game to get something out of it. And more importantly, the biggest one of all, you crumble when there's a little bit of pressure. What he needs to say is, it was unacceptable today. We have standards as Chelsea Football Club. We are going to react against West Ham. We must react. It is up to us as a players, an institution, and the manager to get up, be counted. That's all he had to say. A proper leadership statement. No, oh, let's give another excuse. Now Maresca. Maresca came out and said, we believe in Robert. I understand you can't publicly criticize him, but I need to believe that you know that there's a problem, because you're deluded at this point if you don't think there's a problem. We have seen so many effects, right, of where Sanchez has cost us games. Liverpool away, Sanchez penalty away, twice, and then Curtis Jones. Manchester City first game of the season, in my opinion, his mistake. Brighton, we won, Sanchez gave him a goal. Bournemouth, the other day against Wolves. How many more times are we going to say, yo, Sanchez is a problem here? He's an anchor. He is a problem, people. We need to be better. There needs to be higher standards. Enzo came out. We're better now than we were 2 months ago. How could you be better now than you were 2 months ago? You've won 1 game in 7. 2 months ago, you won 5 in a row. You had your best performances. Aston Villa at home, 3-0. Tottenham, 4-2. Leicester. Like, honestly, logic. Like, it's the wrong thing to say. It is. And you know what? This video has gone on a lot longer than I thought it was going to go on. I'm sorry that it's a 20-minute video, 24-minute video. If you man made it this far, real G's, absolutely respect for every single one of you. I needed this therapy session. What's annoying is now we've got 8 days to recover, let this ponder on our minds, and then Graham Potter. And if results don't go in our way, we could be around about 7th or 8th by the time we play again. If we win and results go in our favour on the Monday when the transfer window closes, we could be back in the top 4. We could be 1 point away from third, and happy days. You know them ones. Everyone's happy. Everybody's happy. But at this moment in time, getting top 4 is integral. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, share this out. People need to hear this. Bye.